Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, San Martin, and I usually am out and about, but sometimes I bring people to me, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to educate you about something that you guys should probably even know about and what not to do in live TV. With that being said, get ready for this. Well, oh my gosh, guys, I'm trying to figure out this whole little up and down thing, but needless to say, we're here, we're alive, and I'm here to educate you guys because I want to be educated myself. If you guys never heard of solar power, I don't know where you're at. But today is a day to go ahead and learn a little bit about that. So I brought some heavy hitters here in Prescott, Arizona that are going to help service our community in whole. So without further ado, tell everybody who you are and what makes you famous.
Hi, so my name is Junior Rivas, and I've been doing solar for over 8 years now. Like the industry, it's a great industry to help people, and I think that's why I got into it when I realized like I could actually impact somebody's life. So that's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. And tell everybody who you are and what makes you famous.
I'm Bianca Espinosa, and I'm here to. I partnered here with Junior, and we established Go Green Group Arizona specifically for the Prescott area. I grew up here in Prescott area, and I just after working in the solar industry for a while, it's something that I wanted to bring specifically to my community, and focus specifically on the residents and providing a unique experience for them.
That is so amazing. So the biggest thing that is happening here in our community and our world in general, everybody's talking about go green, go green, go green. What does that really honestly mean when it comes down to solar power? I mean, you, man, you be the man there.
So basically, what it means to go green is, we're a different company. We're transparent. We try to educate folks on what the reality is of solar. There's a lot of misinterpretations of how solar works, and then that's where we're here to provide that education to let customer know what they can actually save, how it works, and how it could change their lifestyle.
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys have a question out there that you are kind of curious about what solar means and how does that actually work and how does that affect your actual solar, or not your solar power, but your power that you're using right now, we're going to go ahead and dip into that real quick. So when we want to go solar power, what does that actually mean for us people that are working with APS?
So what it means basically is that right now you're basically paying just the current rate from the utility, and what you want to do is you get into solar power because you want to pay a wholesale rate for it, right? So you get into a program where now you'll be using most of your energy will come from the solar power, which leaves close to nothing for the utility. So you're basically converting into something that's more green. It's going to save you money, and the energy it costs less than it would from the grid, from the utility.
So when you say it's cost less, how much more are you saving?
So basically what we typically see customers save on average is about 30 to 40% of what they're currently paying right now. And those numbers are pretty good. As far as like if they're making on average payment to APS, being APS, let's say they were paying on average $200 a year, we typically save the customer 40% of what they're currently paying.
Oh my gosh, that's something that could possibly be really, really big. And look at it, they're calling you right now. They're like, man, we want to know more about this business. So the thing is that when we are going through a price hike in gases, we're going through a price hike in our rent and our stuff like that, 40% can actually really save a little bit more for our pockets. How easy is it to install, and how easy is it to be kind of like how easy is it to obtain for your house?
So there's it's fairly easy. Usually it's mostly based on your credit. So as long as your credit is okay, the finance companies will approve you, anything above 640.
Yep.
So if you're a 640, you'll get the best interest rate that's available. The programs come very easy because you're already making a payment to the utility, so you're just changing one for another. right? And the other one's going to be less than what you're currently paying now.
So we actually have a Facebook user. Please state who your name is so I know who is actually speaking. This person says, I love my solar. I got a check back from APS this year of $1,300. I mean, I don't know about you, but that is actually really, really big.
Yep.
I mean, how does that actually work? Do you know anything about how this return from APS is?
Yes. So what happens is when we build your solar system, if you're not using that power, let's say that in some instances, somebody can come and go and be like a snowbird, for instance, or something of that nature. If your solar is producing, you're building a credit, and that credit is able to be cashed out once a year. So all you do is if you get to the end of the year and you have a lot of money left over, it'll come on your bill every month. And then you're able to cash that out at the beginning of the year. And that's just once a year, but you're able to pull that money out. And that's what they're referencing to, is getting that check from APS.
And I mean, see, this is the crazy thing, is like so many people are into like, what would you say, electricity. I mean, we are all like, I mean, I'm just as guilty as anybody else. Like when we turn on that switch, we just expect it to work. How does that work actually with the solar power? Is there any downtimes on it? I mean, is it just save up for whatever occasion it is? What if there's no sun? I mean, how does that? I mean, there's so many questions. Like what? I'm actually showing a nice little setup that I don't know
Right.
if you guys have done this. If you guys
yeah.
did do this, this is a really extensive setup. How much does one of these setups cost, and who ends up fronting that bill? Does the homeowner do it, or how can you get it from the home mortgage? I mean, or how does that work?
So basically, there's many ways to obtain it. I mean, some people pay cash. This particular customer did, and this system here was a 12 kilowatt system, and he obtained that system for $30,000. What he did was he paid his electricity up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
He will be getting a 26% from the federal, which is available. I mean, also 1,000 from state. So he didn't actually pay the whole 30 because he's getting that back, right? So how it works is if we look at it as a 25-year plan, and if he would divide how much he paid now that he's not going to be paying APS, maybe in some occasions he'll receive a check. Now he's able to see, well, I was on average paying this, but now I have my solar and I'm able to pay $100 less than I was paying if I divide that into the 25 years.
Which is really, really big. We actually do have another Facebook question right here. It says, do you have to have it installed on a roof?
It doesn't necessarily have to be on a roof. We have other things available, like you can do a patio structure. A little bit more complicated, but there are ground mounts, and that one just sits in anywhere that you have available on the property. We can just put it on the ground, and then it produces right there. It does not need to be on the roof.
Nice. And it's Kimberly. Shout out to Kimberly. How you doing? And these are all great questions. So if you guys have any questions, please just throw them in here, because this is the biggest thing for us, is to educate the community about solar power. As far as I'm hearing right now, the thing is that it actually is going to save money, but it also, I feel, is saving a little bit more. What are the benefits of doing solar?
A lot of benefits come with it. I mean, obviously, you get independence, right? You're not dependent on one place, like just your utility company. Is freedom. Now you get to choose what kind of power you want, right? You have a choice. Other things that come with it is we also do a home energy audit. So what happens is we'll come out to your home, we'll look at everything, make sure that your AC is up to date, your installation's up to date. We'll look at all your electrical system, everything that needs to be changed out. We do it right in that process of the solar. So what happens is you don't ever have to pay anything out of pocket. There's no down payment. Everything comes in the package of the solar.
That is so freaking cool.
Yep.
And if you guys have any more questions, all their information has been scrolling. It hasn't been scrolling. Let me go ahead and let it scroll again. But anyways, their information is on the bottom. If you guys want to have a consultation, or you just want to go ahead and talk about some of the pros and cons and some of the things that could work for your property, do you want homeowners to be the ones that actually make the decision and reach out, or as can renters do the same thing? Can they offer the idea to their the homeowners?
As we have to talk to whoever has a decision over the property, obviously. If you're a renter and your landlord wants to do solar and say, hey, there's this great company, and they want some information, there's no cost for us to come out and do a consultation. It's all free. We give you guys numbers, let you guys take a look at the quote, see what you guys think. If there's questions, we'll answer them there.
Okay, and then we have another question right now. It says, can you be totally off the grid or do you have to have APS?
So there are off-grid systems. You do need to get a battery with it. Obviously, typically everybody goes on grid just because of the surplus of energy that you're producing with the solar goes to the APS or whatever your utility is, and they pay you for that power. So there's nothing lost. So that's why typically people stay on the grid, is to keep getting that credit every day that they're not using that solar. If you're not home or you're working, all that's being bought by the utility. It's not just getting lost. So that's why usually people stay on the grid, but there are some solar systems that are offered off grid. Yes.
That's so cool. See, and this is the reason why we do these little miscellaneous pop-up shows, so you guys know exactly what's going on. And the best part about it, that they are here in Prescott, Arizona now, and you can definitely reach out to them. Bianca, I know that we have a phone number for you, 928-756-9110. The first one to call that right now gets a free hug from me. And you get to touch my beard. Just kidding, guys. No, but anyways, reach out to them, see what they could do for you, and see how much money they can actually save you. Do you guys do an audit of some sort?
Yeah, we do the energy audit where we'll check everything in the home, making sure everything that can potentially save them on the consumption, like I said before, was like the insulation, like the electrical system. If anything is outdated, we update everything and put everything up to code to what it needs to be now.
Okay, so another Facebook user has brought up I don't know what it might be, but I'm just going to go ahead and state it or say it. Won't use a private company unless it provides an inverter and battery storage. So I can use the power in an emergency. I think that might be a little bit of a complaint of some sort. I have no clue, but I mean, we might as well address the elephant in the room. How does it work? So if a private company comes in and it doesn't provide the inverter or the battery storage, what does that mean?
So it says won't use a private company unless it provides an inverter. Well, all the solar system comes with an inverter, because the power that's being produced through the solar is going to be DC energy. So there has to be an inverter for it to invert into AC energy, which is the energy you use in your home. So the solar panel you can't use that power in your home until you have an inverter between the solar panel and the power going into your home, so it converts it into AC.
I mean, just go ahead and put the solar panels up here, and we'll hope to God we can use them at some point in time. I don't know what that means, but these are all great points, guys. So this is the biggest thing right here. Call them up and find out more information. We want you guys to go ahead and understand that this is a free education, a thing that you guys can go ahead and ask about and find out about with just a click of a finger or a phone call. Make it happen. It's going to be happening. With that being said, tell everybody how to go ahead and get a hold of you guys.
So go ahead.
So you can get a hold of us through our website at www.gogreengroup-az.com.
Mm-hmm.
And there's you can sign up. Our contact information is there. Also, Martin has added it here in the screen for you to reference. And so just give us a call. We can do virtual appointments.
Yep.
We prefer in-home appointments just so we can see
look at the property.
the panels, if you need an upgrade, or how each project is site specific. So we need to look at each property for their specific situation and usage. So
good point.
Another thing to remember is we will need your last utility bill. So if you have that available at the time of appointment, it'll make things go a lot smoother. Our kind of goal is to get things done kind of quickly, not waste anybody's time. We can show you what we have to offer. And like Junior said, we're very transparent and open to showing you what you're actually going to be saving.
Yes, and we're backing them up because this is what we do here at the Prescott Times is offer you guys some really good people in order for them to go ahead and do the service that you guys are needed for with. Sometimes I think I should start speaking Spanish. It is what it is. But with that being said, I'm out of here. We got things to do. You guys got things to do. Thank you for watching, guys. If you guys have any more questions, all the information has been scrolling at the bottom. And please reach out to them. See if there's something they could do for you. I'm out of here.
Thanks.
Peace out, guys.
Have a great day.